Hey everyone, welcome back to the FIDUS Roofing Podcast. I'm Brandon, and today we're talking about something every homeowner in Northeast Florida worries about at some point: leaks. Whether it's a brown spot, leaks can sneak up on you, and they almost always start small. So today, I've got Craig here from FIDUS Roofing. He's going to talk to us about what really causes roof leaks in our area, the warning signs homeowners can look out for, and some simple maintenance steps that can save you a ton of money down the road. Craig, thanks for joining today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brandon.
Yeah, man, pleasure. Starting with the basics. When people hear leak, they think of a huge hole in the roof, right? A piano fell through the roof. But that's obviously not how it really works. So what are some of the common ways leaks actually start?
Yeah, so we look at leaks daily. Many times a day we'll go out and look at leaks. And typically a leak starts very small most of the time. So it will start from maybe a rusted nail that's being exposed on the roof deck. It may be a lifted shingle that happened during some inclement weather. So typically a leak starts very small, and then once it's observed, you really need to take some action to kind of have it checked out and looked at by a licensed roofing contractor for sure.
Okay. We've had a conversation or two off camera about some of these things, and I feel like one of the big trouble areas would be, around things like vents, chimneys, sunlights, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes those types of spots so vulnerable?
Yeah, so it's usually some sort of transition point, or what they call a penetration in the roof. And so a chimney many times comes up through the roof and there's flashing around it, or a plumbing pipe boot comes up through the roof and there's some sort of a neoprene boot around it or some flashing around that. And skylights the same way. So anytime there's a transition or a penetration, it gives an opportunity for water to get in. And so it's best to really keep your eye on those areas. They are definitely vulnerable. If you do see any staining on the ceiling, is a great indicator that you have an issue. You really just want to have that checked out. And the tough part with leaks is sometimes, as we all know, water travels, and water travels downhill. So many times it can get underneath the shingles, work its way 2, 3, 4 feet away, and then drop into the attic, and then you start seeing the sign of the leak.
Okay. Florida's kind of known for being one of the toughest places on roofs, right? We've got the salt air, super high winds, humidity, harsh sun, the whole gamut. What are some Florida-specific causes of roof damage that you guys see on a daily basis?
Yeah, it's a great question. So some of it's coastal. So with flashing, sometimes the flashing will start to rust over time. And your flashing is really your sidewall flashing, where your roof meets the sort of a second story of a home, and you have some metal flashing there in the corners along the roof wall. Sometimes that will get pitted and rusted, and will start to leak in the corners of the flashing. Definitely wind damage. We see quite a bit of wind damage here, during hurricane season or major thunderstorms that roll through, and so the shingles will lift. Sometimes they'll pull through the nails, sort of creating floppy shingles, and they're really not sealed anymore, or the shingles get creased or bent back. And then again, that gives water a chance to get blown up underneath the roofing system and cause some damage to your plywood or your ceiling on the inside.
Yeah, and then you're into more expensive repairs, right? Once you're into the decking and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's the importance of if you do see anything, is have it inspected quickly, because it does grow. It's once a leak starts, it doesn't go away by itself. It's just going to continue to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger until something's done about it.
Yeah. So homeowners are watching this. We're talking about leaks. What are they looking for before a leak actually happens? Are there any warning signs that tell you trouble's coming, or what do you recommend there?
Yeah, and that's the hard part. It's a roof wears out over time, so it doesn't really have a date. Okay, this is the the day that the roof's going to go bad, just sort of slowly wears out. You'll definitely see some granular loss on the roof. So some of those stones that are on there, over time, those will wear off, and that's really the protective coating on the roof. Sometimes you'll see during an inspection what they call like a low nail, like a nail head that's exposed on the roof, and those will rust out and ultimately cause a leak, a hole in the shingle. Sometimes, ventilation or the boots will have what they call a neoprene rubber, almost like a neoprene gasket around the plumbing boot, and those will crack over time. And it's best to have them kind of looked at, inspected annually.
Annually for those?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to happen the first 5 years that, to a brand new roof, but over time those will wear out.
Okay.
And when we do a re-roof, we put a lead sleeve that's self-flashed around them. So we replace those neoprene boots with lead sleeves that don't rot out or crack. And then there's other conditions. If you have a lot of tree limbs or debris on the roof, sometimes excessive leaves or trees on the roof can dam up water and not allow the water to run off the roof, and then all of a sudden you have a moisture problem on your roof, and it may cause algae or really just not letting your shingles a chance to dry out, and it sort of works its way underneath into the roofing system. Okay.
I think homeowners tend to adopt a bit of a maintenance myth, in the sense that, hey, I just got a new roof. I'm good for 20. I don't need to think about this for 20 years. I mean, is that true? Or obviously everything you've said now, that's not true. You still need to stay on it. And maybe you could be a little mindless for the first, 5 years, and then go to an annual inspection maintenance period or...
So like the roof is going to slowly sort of degrade over time, what they call wear and tear. The first 5 years, again, you should have a pretty solid roof as long as it is put on correctly and up to code, and you have a manufacturer warranty with the roof. But having it inspected annually after that would be a good idea. We do free inspections. So we can come out and do a free evaluation of your roof, and it doesn't take that long to do. We can do it in a half hour and take some photos and just kind of share them with the homeowner, kind of see where you're at, and make some recommendations if there's some minor tune-up repairs that can be made that will help in the long run as the life of your roof. So.
Okay. So if someone wants to adopt that schedule that you're kind of recommending, and they want to stay on top of the maintenance, and FIDUS offers free inspections, walk me through what's included in one of those inspections or roof checks or tune-ups, whatever you call them. What's that process look like?
Yeah, good question. So we'd schedule a time for a visit. So our office manager would confirm a time with you. We'd come out. We would actually do an on-the-roof inspection. So we would get on the roof, walk the roof, take photos of any problem areas or concerns that we may have, or something to keep your eye on. We would make some recommendations for you, and if it is a repair, we would give you an estimate on what a repair would cost to fix that, and then we schedule our guys to go out and do it. And again, annually it'd be great. We would do a free inspection for you to take a look at that. Doesn't cost them a thing. They just need to call or go to the website and schedule time. Yep. Nope, that's a no-brainer, y'all. Do you have a recent, it doesn't have to be recent, I guess, but like a story where a small leak, a small problem could have really been avoided that turned into maybe a catastrophe that a maintenance check would have prevented? Yeah, for sure. Definitely homeowners need to be vigilant on looking for signs and symptoms, of leak or stains on the drywall ceiling. That's a great indicator. Just recently, we were at one where it was a rental property, and the renters weren't very vigilant on checking out leaks, and they had a flashing leak in the corner of the house, and it was basically leaking in the wall of the garage and basically rotted the whole garage wall out, just from a minor flashing leak. That could have been prevented for less than probably $900. It's probably going to turn into a $5,000 to $10,000 repair.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just sort of paying attention to those signs and symptoms and having it checked out quickly.
Was that flashing problem, was that like an easy one to spot? Do you feel like they should have caught that and called you guys? Or do you feel like that was kind of, because some of these things are kind of hidden, right, from homeowners. They're, not everyone's super diligent about, looking up. Not everyone's comfortable getting on a roof, that sort of thing. Yeah. So, but that's what inspections are for.
And exactly. You're really not able to do an inspection from the ground for the most part. You might see a missing shingle or a shingle that's lifted, but you're really not going to catch the details and catch the preventative issues that can be done ahead of time. It really needs to be on the roof inspection. We don't recommend homeowners get onto their roofs for safety issues. Yeah. Like I said, we will do that for you. And take those photos and give that to you. Yeah. So call FIDUS, let them take the risk getting up on the roof and taking a good look at it. Craig, thanks so much for all the helpful info. That was very informative. Appreciate your time this morning. Yeah, thank you. So the takeaway here is simple. Your roof isn't something to just set and forget. In Northeast Florida, with the heat, storms, salt air, maintenance is the difference between a small fix and a full replacement. So if it's been a while since anyone's checked your roof, go to FIDUSRoofingandConstruction.com or give Craig here a call to schedule your free inspection or roof tune-up today. Until next time, keep your head high, your gutters clean, and your roof watertight.